Hashtag life day 143. How's your day? Give me 4 minutes to give you an insight and have a little breakthrough. So, how are we going to do it today? I want to talk about plateaus. Plateaus. Now, when we realize that plateaus is the opportunity to make a difference, that's when we get the opportunity to turn a standard lifestyle into an extraordinary lifestyle. And here's how. So Muhammad Ali was asked, how many sit-ups do you do in a workout? How many push-ups do you do in a workout? And he said, I don't know. He said, I don't start counting until they get hard. I don't start counting until I feel the pain. So that's really how we want to set our minds. So the thing is, most people do this, right? We start something, we start body transformation, we start here and we start getting the progress, we get some progress, and then naturally it kind of tapers off. And we get to this, and then at that point most people just give up. Most people give up. But we don't want to do that, because at this point here to here, that's when the tough get going. But what really happens is that's when the people who know what they're doing come into their own, because they can create a shift. That's when the opportunity arises, because when everything's going well, anyone can do this. Anyone can do this bit. It's all happy, smiley faces. Yeah? This is great. But here it turns, it gets hard. So there is the opportunity for an expert to bring something in at this point, or maybe at this point, which then stimulates and breaks the plateau into a next plateau. Into a next plateau. And I watched a prominent business coach the other day. He said, we want businesses to grow like this. But it never grows like this. They grow like this. That's the way businesses tend to grow. And I would suggest that body transformations happen in a very similar way. There's a lot of correlations in our lifestyles, our businesses, our relationships, our bodies, our health, our wealth. Very good similarities between them. Direct correlations, basically. So this, I believe as well, is the way that our bodies transform. So I've noticed through years of doing body transformation is you'll get some growth, so you'll end up here, and then you want to keep going. You want this to be happening, right? Our logical brains want us that to happen. But what tends to happen is you get a slight step backwards, and then if you stay on the right track, keep doing the right things, trust the process, you actually get that shift and trend up again until you reach a plateau point, and then you might actually get a drop. But the plateau point, most of the drops come from when we move away from what we were doing. What we were doing to create that upward shift, and then we get a plateau which is natural. And as soon as we know that it's natural, we know that this happens, and then the experts come in. You could be an expert at whatever it is you choose by repetition of doing it. Reading, learning, listening, going to seminars, watching people. You can become an expert of it. Save yourself time by immersing yourself in other people's and other experts' training. That's another conversation. How do you master something is spaced repetition and immersion. But anyway, the plateau is and will happen. It will always be there. The difference being, you don't drop off. You know that that's what you're looking for, because that's when you really put the pedal to the metal, pedal to the floor. Anyway, you lean into it, you push into that, because that's where the breakthrough is. It's easy when everything's going lovely jubbly and we're all just, everything's happening as we want it to be. It's when the plateau comes that we get an opportunity to make an outstanding difference in our life, in your life, or in the people's life that you're working with, or the people who surround you, because they'll see you've reached your plateau. But then what did you do to break through? What did you do to take it to that next level? What did you do to break that plateau? What did you do? And that's where the pure genius part is. That's where it is. So we need to look for that plateau. Keep going, keep going, keep going until you get your plateau. Then the real work starts. What is that real work? Well, it depends what you're focusing on. If it's health and wealth, stay tuned, because we'll talk about that in more detail. But know the plateau is coming, and know that that is your opportunity. The plateau is when the opportunity begins. Not before, at the point, and as you're going through the plateau. That is when your opportunity is to rise above and learn the most. Anyway, we'll leave it at that. Press the share button so we can talk about the plateau and what we do with it, and only start counting in the gym when it starts to become uncomfortable, like Muhammad Ali. And he was one of the greatest, right? So we need to learn from the greatest. Anyway, press the share button. Give me a thumbs up. Hannity, thank you very much. Ginny, thank you very much for all the thumbs up and the love. I love it. Thank you. I appreciate that. give me a share, press the share button. Let's have a conversation about this. Bring some more people in and let's get this going. Do two things. Write a summary. So write a quick summary in the comment box for me of what you got out of this video. Quick summary. And then can you do a review on my book on Amazon, Health Wealth, if you've read it. If you've read my book, go to amazon.com or amazon.co.uk, either one, and find Health Wealth by Daniel Grant and write your review for me. Thank you very much. Rose, if you could do that, I know you have a copy of my book. Just pop on there and give me a review. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. So, give me the share. Let's talk tomorrow at 6 p.m. or pop some messages in. I will reply, I promise. I'll see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. Remember, happy is a skill that you can learn. Finding your plateau and breaking that plateau is a skill that you can learn. And it's a better way, a much better way to bring out your personal best. Mike, how are you? Let's go get some health wealth. Take the world with us. See you tomorrow at 6 p.m. Lots of love.